ready to ditch those endless Instagram travel reels for a change.
I'm with you.
We're talking Jordan, and not just the typical tourist spots.
It's a place that surprises people, you know.
Totally. We're going deep, uncovering the real heart and soul of Jordan.
Think ancient history whispering through Roman ruins.
Ooh, I'm already hooked.
And then you've got the stark beauty of the desert.
Okay, I'm picturing it.
Meeting the vibrant coral reefs of the Red Sea. It's really got something for every kind of traveler.
Love that.
Yeah.
And to guide us on this adventure, we're tapping into the Eclectic Emissary blog.
Great choice.
They've got this awesome post about Jordan's top 6 adventurous experiences.
Sounds like the perfect blueprint.
Right. It's all about planning a trip that's anything but ordinary.
And what's smart is they show you how to have these amazing experiences, even if you're on a budget.
No, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
All right, let's start to demand the capital. I know. When you hear ancient city, it's like, been there, done that. Kind of. But Amman's different. It blends the old and the new in a way that just clicks.
It's true. What's unique about Amman is that it's meant to be experienced in pieces, like a mosaic. Each neighborhood has its own vibe.
So much more manageable than trying to tackle everything at once.
Right, exactly. And thanks to rideshare apps like Uber, you can hop between these historical and cultural pockets easily.
Imagine this. 1 minute, you're at the Amman Citadel, surrounded by these ancient stones, feeling the weight of history.
And the next, you're swept up in the energy of Rainbow Street.
Rainbow Street. Tell me more.
It's the heart of modern Amman. You want to experience what Jordan's like today? This is the place. Street art, the aroma of cardamom and coffee everywhere.
Okay, pausing for a second. I'm getting serious FOMO.
It's that good. You'll hear music spilling out from cafes, people laughing and talking. It's a sensory overload in the best possible way.
See, that's what I'm looking for. It's not just about seeing Jordan. It's about feeling it. Okay, get this. Jordan has a coastline on the Red Sea. I had no idea.
Right. Aaba often gets overlooked, but it's a hidden gem, for sure.
It's the total opposite of those desert landscapes we imagine when we think of Jordan, right?
Totally. Aaba is this vibrant port city on the Red Sea. Picture yourself diving into the clearest waters, with coral reefs all around you.
The Eclectic Emissary blog mentions something about underwater planes and shipwrecks.
It's true. Aqaba's got some of the best diving and snorkeling in the world. And the best part is, you don't have to be a pro to experience it.
Oh, good. Because I am not a pro.
Even if you've never dived before, you can take a glass-bottomed boat tour. You'll still get to see that amazing underwater world.
Okay, so we've explored ancient ruins, felt the pulse of modern Amman, and dipped our toes in the Red Sea. Where to next?
How about a journey back in time to the Roman Empire? Just a short trip from Amman is Jerash, sometimes called the Pompeii of the East.
Jerash. That name's familiar. I'm getting this sense of something vast and incredibly well-preserved.
You're right on the money. It's considered one of the most well-preserved Roman cities outside of Italy. Walking through Hadrian's Arch, you can almost hear those chariot wheels on the cobblestones.
Not bad.
And the Temple of Artemis? The craftsmanship is unbelievable. After all these centuries, it's still breathtaking.
It's crazy to think how far the Roman Empire reached, leaving its mark across continents. Speaking of reaching far, did the Eclectic Emissary mention anything about how to visit all these places? Asking for a friend who's obsessed with maximizing her time and her budget.
They did. They talked about the Jordan Pass. It's genius, really.
You tell.
One ticket gets you into over 40 tourist attractions all over Jordan. Jerash, Petra, you name it.
So smart.
It saves you money and lets you skip those ticket lines.
Okay, from Roman history to something completely different. Get ready to experience the lowest point on Earth, the Dead Sea.
It's one of those bucket list things you just have to see to believe.
I know, right?
Picture this. You're just floating effortlessly. You literally cannot sink. The water's so salty.
That's like you're defying gravity. Eclectic Emissary mentioned the science behind it, something about high salt content making you super buoyant. But they were also raving about the therapeutic benefits of Dead Sea mud. Like a spa day, but natural.
Oh, absolutely. The mud is packed with minerals. Magnesium, potassium, calcium. It's like a health boost for your skin.
People travel from all over for that stuff.
Good to do.
But there's something else about the Dead Sea we should talk about.
Go on.
Something besides the floating in the mud masks.
Ah, you're talking about the shrinking shoreline.
Right.
The Eclectic Emissary mentioned that too. The Dead Sea's actually disappearing. It's kind of alarming how fast it's happening.
Why is that?
Water diversion's a big factor, and then there's climate change. It's a stark reminder, The planet's facing some serious challenges.
It makes you think about experiencing it now while you still can.
It does. Speaking of incredible experiences, let's jump from the lowest point on Earth to a landscape that feels totally out of this world. Wadi Rum.
Wadi Rum. The Valley of the Moon. It sounds magical.
It really does.
And the pictures, forget about it. Towering sandstone mountains, these vast desert plains. It looks like something out of a movie.
It's no wonder it's become such a popular filming spot. Star Wars, Dune, The Martian, they've all used Wadi Rum scenery.
So cool. The blog really had me at 4x4 experience. I can only imagine speeding across the desert, that feeling of total freedom.
It's exhilarating. But to really immerse yourself, you have to spend the night.
In the desert.
Yes, in a Bedouin camp. Imagine. After a day of exploring, you're sitting under the stars. It's just you and the vastness of the desert. Then you have a traditional zarb dinner.
Zarb dinner. Okay, you have to tell me more. What is that?
It's a Bedouin feast. They slow cook meat and vegetables in this underground oven. It's covered with hot coals, left to cook for hours.
That's intense.
The food is unbelievably tender and flavorful. It's a real taste of Bedouin culture.
And eating it under the stars?
Yeah.
That must feel like stepping back in time.
Exactly. It's about disconnecting from the everyday, plugging into something bigger. The raw beauty of the desert, the Bedouin traditions, the sheer awe of nature.
Okay. After that incredible journey, from ancient cities to natural wonders, we finally arrived at the grand finale. The icon, Petra.
There's something about Petra. It's more than just a destination. This ancient city, carved right into those sheer rock faces by the Nabateans centuries ago, it's just incredible. It makes you realize how ingenious humans can be.
You know how people describe Petra like Indiana Jones meets ancient history?
I know, right?
I feel like even that doesn't quite capture it.
It's one of those places you just have to see for yourself. Pictures don't do it justice.
Not even close.
Those sandstone facades, that scale, the grandeur.
Yes, yeah.
And the treasury. Wow.
Speaking of the treasury, the Eclectic Emissary has a whole separate post just on Petra.
Seriously.
Yeah, they went all in. But here's the thing. Even with how incredible Petra is, they make a good point. It's just one piece of the puzzle when it comes to Jordan.
That's what I love about Jordan, you know? You've got everything.
That's true.
We started in Amman, this vibrant mix of old and new. Then there's Wadi Rum, which feels like stepping back in time. And Aaba. Who knew Jordan had beaches?
I know. It really shows how much diversity there is all in one country.
Exactly. It's got hidden depths, this place.
So to our listeners, as you plan your own Jordanian adventure, inspired by Eclectic Emissary and our little chat here, think about this.
What spoke to you the most?
Out of all these amazing experiences, what's calling your name? What's your adventure?
Because Jordan has a way of exceeding your expectations.
It's a chance to connect with history, with nature, with culture, and to have an experience you won't forget. Thanks for taking this deep dive with us.